Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome to another ranked League of Legends match. Today we're going to be playing as Jungle Warwick, and what I wanted to do for this video, since it is a solo commentary, is explain the things that I'm doing. Well, okay, I'll explain the things that I'm doing, but a lot of what I want to talk about in this video is what I'm buying and what I'm skilling up and things like that. Because you can really see what I'm doing, and also explaining what I'm doing as I'm doing it is, it's kind of difficult sometimes. But I do want to talk about the items and the builds that I get and stuff like that. Now, there's a lot of different ways to build Warwick. People have different opinions, and that's what makes a really good champion, in my opinion. A lot of champions can be built in several different ways. Udyr is another one, for example. Shyvana is another one, like as far as what items you get and what skills you level up first. Warwick is another of those kinds of champions, where I don't really feel like you can make a wrong decision with a lot of the stuff you're doing. As long as the things that you're doing work together, I don't think you can really go a wrong way. Some people might tell you that Ravenous Hydra, for example, is the way to go on him, or Titanic Hydra is the way to go on him. As long as your skill choices and your play match the stuff that you're buying, then I feel like you really can't go wrong with him. So, okay, I say that, but you know what I mean when I say you can't go wrong with him. Obviously, there are some things that you can do that are blatantly wrong, like picking up a Rod of Ages, for example. That seems pretty wrong on Warwick. Although he does deal magic damage, and he is tanky, so, I mean, maybe even Rod of Ages could work on him. I know Abyssal Scepter, for example, is not necessarily the worst item to get on Warwick as a last pick in very specific situations. Maybe. So, I don't know. There's still a lot of conjecture. There's still a lot of theory crafting revolving around Warwick. I'm just going to show you what I do. We'll put it that way. I'm going to show you what I do and give you some insight into my decision-making process. So I've picked up the basic starting jungle items. These are important. You're going to want these pretty much every time you start out as Warwick. And I'm going to move into a Tiamat from here, because you do start off with the rejuvenation beads, and that can build into Tiamat very easy. I want 1350 to 1400 gold before I go for my first back. So that's just my goal. I'm going to get 1350 to 1400 gold and just jungle in the meantime. That will let me get my Tiamat and boots or jungle item. I forget which comes up. But anyway, it will let me get Tiamat and then something else that I need based on the situation. Probably boots, depending on how the game's going. And if not, then I can do, the jungle items, stuff like that. So it's all situational. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I do start off by leveling Q. Very important, because that gives you your damage and your lifesteal in the jungle. It gives you your sustain. And Q is an auto attack reset, so you want to use it immediately after an auto attack. Now I'm going to level up W to give me that extra attack speed damage when clearing camps, instead of leveling up E, which gives you the fear and the damage reduction. You don't really need the damage reduction at level 2, but if you wanted to go for a level 2 gank, you might consider leveling up E. However, while you have seen me do level 2 ganks with other champions like Shen and Pantheon, who have really good crowd control abilities and still have a lot of damage at level 2, I don't really go for level 2 ganks on Warwick anymore. I find that they just don't really work unless you have all of your abilities. So I don't really go for level 2 ganks. I want to get level 3 before I even consider ganking, which gives Warwick a pretty easy and standard start, in my opinion, because it lets you just, farm your jungle and do all that stuff. Now, I do see Shyvana is pushed up top, and I'm going to be level 3 after this camp, so I'm going to move in that direction now that I've got all my abilities, because I've got my fear now. By triggering Primal Howl a second time, I can fear. Where did Shyvana go? Is she warding here? I missed where she went. Okay, coming in. Going in. Okay, gonna pop my W to get that extra move speed. She's gonna flash, almost certainly gonna flash. I've got my flash ready. And I botched that entirely, but still got first blood. Alright, I botched that execution entirely. There's a lot that we could talk about in that play, but I don't really have time to do it. Suffice to say, I screwed that up. However, I was able to still secure the kill there. Okay, good stuff. You're welcome. Now, I don't want to let Maokai know that I know I screwed that up, because he might not know that I screwed that up, and I don't want to point it out to him. Alright, so I'll pick up Scuddler now. Oh, Shyvana teleported back. This could be dangerous. I do have a ward out there for Maokai. I'm going to pop the Vision Plant this way to kind of watch Maokai's back, to make sure that he doesn't get ganked. Alright, now I see Diana mid. I'm going to start moving that way. Okay, she's gonna dash in, get my fear off. Okay, I'm gonna move over to Corky, who's dealing a lot of damage to Lux. Now, if I do this right, I might be able to 1v2 them, but we did get them to back off. Alright, they're low hit points. I'm fine with that. I can actually move now into Diana's jungle, because she doesn't have the hit points to contest me. So I have free reign over her jungle right now. Saved smite for raptors, or for the big raptor. I can leave now. She sees me doing this. I took the big raptor already. I don't need to stay here. She's going to start taking damage from those little raptors, and I can move in on that. Okay, that's fine. She can deal as much damage to me as she wants. I can just continue to lifesteal off of the jungle minions. Gonna keep doing this. She's wasting a whole lot of time here. Alright, I'm gonna put up my shield for the damage reduction, and then pop the fear so that he is feared, and Lux saved me with that binding too. So that definitely helped. Alright, so I'm at 1250 or so, or pretty close to 1250. No, I can't help right now, because now I'm low health and I'm low mana. So I'm gonna come back into my jungle over here. I haven't even gotten a chance to go over to my red jungle because of all the activity that's been going on top and mid. But I have been making progress this whole time, and I've slowed Diana down quite a lot by keeping her occupied there by her raptors. Now I've got that 1350 that I've been looking for, so it's time for me to back. Actually, if I just clear this camp real quick, I can have more gold than that going back. 1400 is probably ideal. I'm going to save up a little bit of mana so I can get another Q off in this fight, and I'm going to be smiting the big wolf here, and I know I'm going to be doing that, so I'm going to switch over to the little wolf. Smite didn't take him out, so I'll just turn around and get an auto attack there. Alright, 1400 is ideal for your first back as Warwick, and I'll show you why. Boom! Alright, going back. And I want to make sure and get those items as quickly as possible, because, you know, the sooner you get your items, the more effective you can be in lanes whenever you go for ganks. Now, with 1400 gold, you can afford Tiamat, boots, and then, or you can afford Tiamat, and then the next part of your jungle item. But I'm going to go ahead and get boots, because I'm a little bit ahead at this point, and I want to get in those lanes faster. So Tiamat is perfect. It's what you want right now. It's what you want to start. Usually I think Tiamat and boots are what are going to be what you get for your first back. And the extra gold allows me to get a potion and also a control ward, which are perfect. Alright, so I'm going to be moving down to the bottom lane. Let's see. Let's check the status of the bottom lane. I click on Varus, and I can see he's got 42 CS. I click on Tristana. She's got 31. Tristana is losing, but she's not feeding. So I'm going to come down bot lane. I'm going to go get red first, and then I'm going to go bot. Let my teammates know that's exactly what I'm doing. Diana, by this point, is most assuredly healed up and probably shocked. Okay, gonna finish up red there. Gonna get my third rank in level. My third level in Q. I do max Q, and I max E second. Coming down. Okay. Okay, that was rough. That could have gone a lot better. There's Lulu going too far with it. I'm not sure what caused me to step back in the brush over there earlier, but I'm not going to waste any more time here. Diana could very well be coming this direction. I want to get this mana from this fruit here, and I'll ward Dragon, which will also serve as a ward for bot lane. Alright, Lux securing a kill. Now I do fear the Scuttle Crab, because look, he's got 60 armor and magic resistance. After the fear, he's only got 10 armor and magic resistance. Any kind of crowd control will reduce Scuttle Crab's resistances, making him easier to kill. So that's what you want. Alright, now with Tiamat, you can solo Dragon at level 5 with Warwick. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. I was just bot. I don't think they have any kinds of wards over here. I'm not sure they're keeping tabs on me. I'm going to pop my healing potion and hope that they don't spot me here. If they do, I do have flash to get away. So I'm going to be doing this. Pop my E. Now this clear may seem very slow, but remember that Warwick starts attacking faster as his target gets lower and lower on health. I am making sure to use the active on Tiamat here. There we go. Now Warwick's attack speed picks up. I've just got to get him to 480. You can see the amount that your smite will deal down here above your ability bar. So once I get him to 480, I can smite immediately. There it is. So solo Dragon for my team. Good stuff. That does slow my experience down a little bit. But Shyvana is another champion that can solo Dragon. I needed to get that before she could have that opportunity. Alright, so now we're going to step back into the jungle and start Doing some clearing here. Gonna smite the big raptor for the heal. I'm low on mana, so I need to go pick up my own blue buff. I could give Lux blue buff, but in this case, because I'm still out on the map and because I still intend to do more, I'm going to be getting blue buff for myself here. I'm gonna skip past the wolves and get blue buff. Shyvana's teleport is down, says Maokai. That's good to know. Now Diana could be headed in this direction. Not necessarily the case. Also, Tiamat is an auto attack reset as well. That's extremely important for Warwick. You want that auto attack reset because your Q is an auto reset and Tiamat is an auto reset, allowing you to pour on more damage per second and in bursts than his kit would normally allow. See that? I just used exactly that same. I just did exactly that there. It's auto Q, auto Tiamat, auto. Alright, going top. I have my ult here. Rushing in. Gotta fear, gotta get the fear off. Alright, got the fear off. Got the Tiamat attack. Charge through her. Get the flash. Alright. Now I'll clear this for him so that he can go back. There we go. I wanted him to go back, but it looks like we can deal some damage to this turret. We're probably not going to get first turret off this. I don't think our minions are going to last long enough. Maybe we will get first turret off this. Okay then. First turret, good stuff. We're just going to leave that as is. There's no need for us to stay here. I've got 2,400 gold. It's a pretty good point to go back and shop, so I will do that. First I'm going to leave a ward here, because I did have a charge for my ward. Diana's mid and nearly dead. I can head that way. Because she's low, now keep in mind I'm keeping an eye on that kind of stuff. Because she's low, I'm going to go and drop my control ward there just to watch my back. I can wander into her jungle. Corki, however, does have a high amount of hit points, so I need to worry about that. I need to be concerned about that. I need to keep that monitored. Alright, so there's a ward over here. I'm going to go ahead and clear that out. Diana is still low hit points and moving up through her jungle. She's going to spot me here as I take out this ward, but I just want this fresh ward down. Plus I'll get the gold off of it, and I can retreat using the plant. Using the blast cone. There we go. Okay. Well, now Scuttle's giving us an opportunity for a free Scuttle here, so I'm going to go ahead and just fear it. And if you wanted to see the Q and Tiamat combo while resetting autos, go back and watch what I just did against Scuttle there. Scuttle's a good target for that because they don't fight back. It's pretty easy to see combos and stuff like that. And it's cool because you don't really kill them. They just go hang out underwater and provide Wi-Fi vision. Alright, so now we're going to be finishing up our jungle item. I'm not sure if I'm going to jump to this. Okay, no, we're going to finish up Cinder Hulk. We'll get Cinder Hulk the rest of the way. This will give me my tankiness and give me more clear in the jungle. And I'm going to wait the extra few seconds here to pick up... Actually, I'm going to pick up a longsword and another pink ward. So I'm just going to wait a little bit. No, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to pick up a potion and go. Okay. So I could have gotten a ruby crystal there, but instead I opted for the longsword and a health potion. Alright, so now I can go pay attention to bot lane. Varus has no good escapes of his own. Going bot for gank. Lulu's taking some damage there. So I'm coming bot lane. I can move pretty quick here. Okay, somebody's low in the top lane. Zippy, they say. Whoop. Catch Varus. Okay, we got his flash. Good stuff. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Gonna put up my shield so I can prepare the fear. Lulu thought that meant I was going in. That's okay, we got Varus' flash. That's important. That makes it easier for our laners here to lane against him, because he's got no escapes. Okay. Oh, Corki and Diana both here. I'm not sure how high health Corki is, though. He's got some pretty good health. Wow, okay. That was awkward. I got some teammates saying they're going to come back me up over here. Oh, dang it. I was not expecting Diana. I mean, I kind of was half expecting Diana there. But I had teammates coming to back me up against Corki, and I thought I could sustain the damage. because I was going to use my E and all that stuff. You know, I'm a pretty tanky champion. But, you know, that's just one of those mistakes. Those mistakes are going to happen. You're not going to get a perfect game every game. In fact, you're rarely going to get a perfect game, so there's that. Alright, so now we're sitting here waiting to respawn. It's time to look at the shop. We've just respawned. Alright, so there's nothing for us to get except a pink ward. I think carrying a pink ward, sorry, a control ward, at all times is very important. Or, you know, as often as you can, especially when Dragon is coming up. So I'm going to go head over toward Dragon, and I'm going to use the control ward, bing, right there, to make sure they don't have vision on me. My team is doing pretty well, so I feel like I'm free to do this. We see Diana mid and at low health, so their jungler is not available to stop me from soloing this. So I'm going to go ahead and plop the pink ward down. They have no vision in this area, meaning I can do this in a fairly unnoticed manner. Watching what's going on mid. Put up my damage reduction ability on E. And again, I just have to wait until 540. As you level up, the amount of damage that Smite deals goes up too. I probably don't need to Smite though. I'm gonna save it. Let Warwick's faster auto attack speed kick in. Finish off with a Q for the hit points. And I'm gonna start maxing. I'm gonna start leveling up W. Or sorry, I'm gonna start leveling up E now. Now you can level up W because that gives you more damage in fights. But I like the extra damage reduction that comes with E. So still, you can't really go wrong there. If you're more of a damage type player, then try out W. But in my opinion, even if you're a damage player, leveling E will let you deal more damage in a fight because you last longer in a fight. So if you like damage, E is the way to go. If you like damage, W is the way to go. The same can be said for W. If you like to survive longer in fights, well then obviously killing targets faster means you'll survive longer. Alright, so I've got my ult here. Going this way. I'm going to sneak in from behind their turret and go for a gank this way. Okay, so there's a target right there. So that's pretty important to note what I just did right there. I'm going to go ahead and smite Varus. We know he doesn't have his flash, so Varus is just dead there. And then it's time to go for turret time. Okay, look at that turret. So it's important to note what I did there. I ganked from behind their tower. I know a lot of junglers, especially at my elo, are going to be very shy about doing that. Very hesitant, very not confident about doing something like that. But, you know, the river is not the only place from which you can gank. You can gank from a lot of different angles. You can't let things like the potential of a ward seeing you shut you down. You can't let the things like the potential of a turret shooting you shut you down either. Alright, so I've got to pull back at this point. 1300 gold, low on mana. I'd really like it if their blue was up, but it's not up. And there's a tab screen. I'll leave that open a little bit. Oh, Shyvana's attacking our carry over here, or sorry, our support. Moving this way. She's very quick though, and I don't have my W to catch up with her. However, because she's taking turret damage, I might be able to do something here. Now, okay, now she's low on health, so she's screwed. She can't get away from me. I am Warwick. Okay, good stuff. Can't get away from Lux either. But yeah, like I said, the river, which usually is warded right there, that stops a lot of junglers from jungling, from attempting ganks and things like that. You can come in from multiple different angles. You can just even run in from lane sometimes to start off a gank. You don't always have to gank from river. There are so many angles to gank every lane. Use them all. Alright, going mid. It's not gonna help. I can't get to it in time. So, because I can't get there in time, I'll just go ahead and ward over here and get my red buff in case the enemy team is bold enough to come try and take it themselves. Go ahead and smite it for the quicker clear. I'm gonna pop my E here for the damage reduction. Again, still using that Tiamat for the auto resets and for faster clears. And I'm clearing out the entirety of my jungle right now. We're ahead. We've only got a couple people in mid lane. So this buys me, this lets me know I have some time here to clear out my jungles. For the most part, the jungle is where you're going to get your gold and experience. So it's important that you do frequent clears of it. Even if you're ganking lanes and stuff like that. It's important that you do frequent clears of it. Keep up with your jungle, because it gives you a lot of gold and a lot of experience, especially with your jungle item. Note the jungle item says you get special bonus experience. It's right there at the last line in this big block of text. It says killing monsters grants special bonus experience. So you get special experience for jungling as a jungler, just by having that jungle item. So like I said, clear out your jungles. Notice how my whole jungle is clear out. Now I'm going to go back, shop, come back even stronger with a Titanic Hydra. Now I go for Titanic Hydra because I go for a tanky build. Actually, the laning phase is done. There's no more laning, and I am a jungler, so boots really should... the laning phase is irrelevant. As a jungler, I should get my boots fairly early. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to pick up my boots, and yeah, we're going to begin working toward Titanic Hydra. I'm going to sell this potion because I don't need it anymore, and I'm going to pick up a control ward. It's much more important to have that control ward on hand than it is to have the potion. Alright, so I'm going to keep moving forward. Titanic Hydra is the next item in my build. Again, I like being tanky, so I'm going to go for Titanic Hydra, and then I'm going to go for a lot of hit point items like Spirit Visage and Dead Man's Plate, which will work with Titanic Hydra. Alright, so I'm moving up the mid lane here. I might be able to pull my scent, pop my scent over here somewhere. Sona is low. That's going to increase my move speed because I can smell how damaged she is. Going this way. Okay, cool. Lux pulls off that kill. And we're destroying turret after turret. So good stuff. So I've got a little bit more than 1/3 kill participation right now because I got 4 kills and 1 assist. So I've participated in 5 out of the 14 kills that our team has. Doing pretty good jungling wise. I think I can catch him. I have no teammates to back me up though, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop my damage reduction and let the fear off right there to help me get out. Nope, I got aggroed by turret, so that's a shame. That was the mistake there was me moving behind turret and then jumping Varus. I should not have done that. We were getting really aggressive, or Maokai looked like he was getting really aggressive, and in my mindset, that just sort of told me that, be aggressive, go after Varus. Maybe I'll get some backup. Maybe somebody will see this happening, and the circumstance will be such that my team can help me out there, but I was too far behind turret for me to get any assistance back there. Then on my way back, the turret didn't have aggro on anybody else, so I got aggro and was just taken out. So there's that. That's what happened with that mistake. You need to be able to do that too. That's also important. Let's go ahead and pick up Titanic Hydra here. Now notice that Titanic Hydra says... I'll go ahead and pick up armor as well. Now why am I picking up armor instead of health? I can just wait for 25 more gold and pick up health, right? Alright, so look, I've got a decent amount of health already, but my armor's not that high. So I'm going to pick up the armor first, then I'm going to get moving. Now notice that Titanic Hydra scales off of the hit points you have. Okay? It doesn't actually tell you that, but the red numbers, 28, 97, and 267, those scale off of your hit points. So the more hit points you have, the more damage you're dealing while Titanic Hydra is in your inventory. So that's how come I'm going to be going for Spirit Visage and Dead Man's Plate, because they're going to not only make me tankier by giving me armor, magic resistance, and hit points, but those hit points I'm getting from those items are also going to benefit the effect of this Hydra. Okay, going here, taking turret damage. We could get dragon, but I'd rather get the inhibitor. Okay. Gonna go get Mountain Drake. Maokai mentions that we'll have 3 Mountain Drakes if we get that one that's down there right now. And Mountain Drakes, if we hold over the dragon buff here, says that it gives you extra 10% per Mountain Drake damage to objectives, which are turrets and dragons and Baron and the Rift Herald, things like that. Those are objectives. So now that we've got 30% bonus damage to epic monsters, we can do Baron. Baron next. And that'll give us a lot of extra pushing power. So I'm going to go pick up the Ruby Crystal for the extra hit points. Now that I've done that, you can see that we haven't gained a lot off of Titanic Hydra, actually. That didn't help Titanic Hydra very much. As I level up, or as I get more hit points, we'll check on that. Maybe something changed. Maybe I'm incorrect in that my hit points benefit that effect. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, though. We'll check it out. We should prioritize Baron. Of course we should prioritize Baron. So now we can go for Baron because their lanes are being pressured. And I've got a control ward, so I can hit, boom, that right there. They've got no vision on us. Put this right here. I'm gonna put this right there. So now we've got ward coverage all behind Baron, and we've got the 30% extra damage from Baron. Also, Titanic Hydra does still offer the auto attack reset. Now I gotta get it down to 680. got it down to 680 and then smited it. So even though the opposing team tried to steal Baron there, I was watching Baron's hit points and had my smite ready. Now, Titanic Hydra, like I said, does also offer that auto reset and gives you that nice forward splash. It changes from a radial splash, as you may have noticed, that it changes from a radial splash to a forward splash, a cone splash. Yeah, my damage from Hydra has gone up, but I'm not sure from what source, actually. It might be from Baron. Did we get more hit points? I don't know. I gotta pay attention to this fight. We got Varus over here. Oops, I missed him. Gonna try and fear him so he doesn't get in there? Alright, fine. Switching there. Okay, taking lots of turret damage. Gotta get out of there. Ron's gonna come get me. Dang it. That sucks. Anyway, my team is still pushing. We've got the potential for Baron minions right now. We're gonna get cleared out, actually. But we are still destroying turrets as that happens. Tristana's gonna join the fight. She's got a lot of damage. There's a double kill from Maokai. Good stuff. And to be honest with you, I think that fight could have gone a lot better if perhaps I wasn't commentating it. Sometimes commentary causes you to not play at your peak, which is what makes it difficult to record live commentary for ranked games and stuff like that. But I'm not actually complaining in any fashion. Because I love doing this, and I feel like this created a pretty informative video for those who have been asking questions in the comments about why I build certain things, or who are curious about playing Warwick. There are those who have said that they're learning from my Warwick play. You know, things like that. People just mentioning that. And for people who are talking about builds and stuff like that, you know, I got a lot of comments. I've seen several comments in my videos about that kind of thing, so I feel like this video is a fantastic video to put up to try and express some of my thoughts about some of those items. Feel free to leave your thoughts about the items and builds down below. As you can see, what I've been doing here works pretty well for me. I'm enjoying it, and I'm always looking to try out new things, experiment, and find out what may or may not work better. Obviously, a lot of things are situational when it comes to building any champion, but I really do feel like Warwick can benefit a lot from varied types of builds, and that you can choose a build that you like and roll with it and consistently do well as Warwick. He's really, really cool that way. Alright, so I hope you folks enjoyed this. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.